One, and now part 2 begins of my Windows single user for beginners. Just recapping, the first video we talked about files and moving and everything. Now in this part 2 we're going to talk, like I said, about the network IP address. We're going to talk about reg edit and what that is, some different command prompts that you can use in commands, and some different forensic tools like that you can actually use in your command prompt. So let's get started. First thing I want to show you is, sometimes your computer boots up and you hear things running in the background and you do not know what's running, or you would like to know what you have running in the background. If you go down to your start and you click on your run, and you type reg edit into your run and hit OK, and it asks for your permission, it'll actually, mine's already comes up, it'll actually show you everything that loads when the computer is cut on. And see, like I have my TomTom and my SpyBot and different stuff like that. It actually loads when the computer loads. And if you look down here, you actually see how to find it. You go to the computer, you go to the current user, then you click on software, then click on Microsoft, then Windows, then current version, and then click run. And as you can see, I've done all that already, and when you click on run, it'll show, and you can actually delete the stuff, but you gotta be careful because some things it needs to boot up, and some things you can just, so it'll speed the process up of your computer running faster when you first start it up. Okay, next thing I'd like to talk about a little is your command prompt. If anybody forgot, either if you have the icon up here in your command prompt, or you go back down here to start and your command prompts either right here, or if you go into run and you type in CMD, the command prompt will come up. A couple different shortcut ways you can do it, but this is very basic. So I'm going to open this one up, and something I like to do, I always like to right click on it. Right click up on the toolbar at the top, go to properties, and make sure I have the largest font, and then I hit OK. Okay, so this is your command prompt. This is what it looks like. One thing that I like to do sometimes, and I usually do it frequently, it's just habit, is I don't like all this at the top. So I use a simple command. It's a clear command. And for the clear command to work, all you have to do is type in CLS, hit clear, and see how you notice it took away everything at the top. Okay. Well, one thing I want you, maybe you want to know your IP address. So, and you're curious what it is to see if something goes down. You want to look. All you gotta do is type in ipconfig. It will bring up your IP address. You can see right here. There's my default gateway. There's my IP address and everything. And I'm actually on a wireless network, so yours might be a little different and whatnot. You can actually type in ipconfig / all, and it'll give you all of the IP addresses that's actually on the wireless network right now, and who is connected to it, and everything, as you can see as I'm scrolling up and down. Very useful, very neat, something just to know, always know when you have different things. You can also, which I don't know right off the top of my head, you can type in the IP address if you know it. Like, for example, say you want to find out what Google's is. If you type in ping space www.google.com, it will give you the IP address for Google, and you can do that for other websites as well. And you can find out what you want to know if you have to do something. It's very important if you're setting up a network, or you're at work or something like that, and you want to know the IP address to connect wireless straight to another computer. Next thing I'd like to talk about is, I'm going to clear this out, remember that command. Let's talk about the MB stats, which shows the local resources names on the computer. So if you type in MB TSTAT space -N, it'll actually show you the different resource names on the computer. Now, since this is my computer, I'm the only one on the computer, but you know, some families that have different people on the computer, and it tells everybody that's on the computer. Okay. One thing I like to do, I always like to go back to my C drive. So to do that, see, I'm in my user, Brandon, so I like to go CD, period, enter, and then do it one more time. And I'm back at my C drive. And you can actually do, okay, so showed you how to do the C drive. So one thing I like to else I think is pretty neat is a couple different commands using the thing. So I'm going to use the dir command, which is the directory command. It displays content in the directory. So if you just type dir, this will show you everything that's in my Brandon's directory. I have a lot of movies in here, different files, music, pictures, everything like that. So you can also, you can clear this out, you can actually do your C drive, and like that. Say sometimes you have too much stuff in your C drive, and like you don't want to keep scrolling down and scrolling down and scrolling down. You can actually do a dir command with a a backslash and a P, and actually do it by pages. So that's also very neat for people that's new into the command prompt and just getting your feet wet just a little. You got to be very careful in the command prompt. It does a lot, and you can really mess up some stuff. And so you need to make sure you definitely know what you're doing in the command prompt. And one other thing I like to show you, I'm going to show you about program files. Okay, so we're back to talking about program files. If you see on the command prompt, I'm in the program file, so I like to just look at the directory. So I type in a dir, and boom, it tells me what kind of type of program files and everything that's in it. But you know, there's really not a lot in there, so I like to go back to my CD, and then get my CD again, get back to my. You can actually do a dir command on that, and it actually tells you everybody in the directory that's on the computer as users. That's a pretty neat different thing. Or you can just go back to the C drive and do a dir, and it tells you everything like before. These are just a couple short commands and a couple cool little tools that I've learned, and I would like to share with you throughout this tutorial. I hope that everything that I have showed you can help you better understand Windows single user and some of the neat tools that you're capable of doing on a computer. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you have a great day.